Hi Jake, lovely to see you up on the range again yesterday. Just let's have a quick look at the work that we did. First of all, what we've got is a little bit of a funny one because everything here suggests we should be coming a little bit too much from the inside. We're across the line, the club's roll behind us on the way back. But unfortunately what happens is when we look at it from face on, we've actually moved off the golf ball too much. So if I just put a little line up there in the centre of your stance, through the centre of you, if you will, we maintain the flex forward for too long. So in other words, the hips, or sorry, the sternum stays in front of the hips as per your address position for too long. When that happens, you've just made it very, very easy to swing across the ball because we've moved the centre of the circle that we swing in back, which means now as your club approaches the ball, if left to its own devices, you would be cutting across it. If you do that with open hands or an open club face, you're going to produce the push cut that you've been experiencing. Now unfortunately, because you're aware that the club needs to come on the inside, you're going to take the club back, get a little bit long in the arms. Now you're going to work your damnedest to keep that club on the inside, and we can see that left shoulder climbing, that right shoulder dropping back, very reminiscent of what we saw with Tiger when he was struggling off the tee. The club now is stuck underneath your hands, handle very high through impact, you're falling off the shot and the arms are trying to roll over to compensate. Very, very haphazard way of trying to get that ball dispatched online. So if we take a little look at you now towards the end of your session, we've suggested that you imagine there's a high bar here that you're going to do the Frosby flop over. You've got to try and imagine you're doing a high jump. You've got to extend better. So the guy here now on the top right, if he stood up more, his spine would straighten. So remember what we're doing during your backswing. We're standing up, we're rotating, and we're tilting to the left. I'll just find that on the system later and email it across to you. However, if we look at you towards the end of your session, what we're going to see now is more of a sequence of moves like we've just discussed. You're going to turn, you're going to left tilt, and you're going to stand up. As a result, the angle of your spine is much, much more straight up and straight down, which in turn means we've controlled the low point of the swing much better. We no longer now need to keep the club travelling from the inside. It's doing it by default. We still want to make the old downswing, but that's a much better top of the backswing position in regards to your body. We've not maintained forward flexion as much. You do not need to maintain your spine angle. You need to maintain your inclination to the ground, which is slightly different, and I'm sure your dad can explain that to you in some more detail if requested. Now, from that top of the backswing position, what you've got to feel now is that you turn through it much more aggressively. We'd also like to see that much, much shorter. So I'd like to see the body position we've got here allied to the arm swing we've got here. So that arm swing, that body position, and we're good to go. And I'm just going to show you an example of that before we finish. This young gentleman your dad was talking about yesterday. Line up the centre, turning, left tilting and extending. Great body position, controlled his arm swing very, very well. Get in that position, you're going to absolutely rip it, and you're going to make your dad's life a misery for years to come. Good luck with it, mate. Enjoy your golf, and hope to speak to you again real soon. Well done.